Welcome everyone to today's video. Many people often say that Rodrygo is not a consistent performer, but is that really the case? Is he truly an inconsistent player, or is he simply not a good footballer? And more importantly, will he ever be able to become a consistent performer? That's what we are going to discuss today. But before diving into that, let's first understand Rodrygo's original and most natural position. Rodrygo's true position is the left wing. He started his career playing as a left winger, and it was due to his impressive performances at Santos on the left flank that Real Madrid signed him. Now, let's look at how he has been playing at Real Madrid. Has he ever really had the chance to consistently play in his preferred left wing position? The answer is no. He has never been able to regularly play in that position for Real Madrid. Even in this current season, with Kylian Mbappe as potential rival, it will become even more unlikely. The reason is very simple. Real Madrid already have Vinicius Jr., who is a well-established player in the left wing position. So, replacing Vinicius by either moving him to another flank or benching him just to play Rodrygo on the left would seem illogical to everyone. Vinicius has already proven himself to be highly effective in his role, and as a result, Rodrygo has either had to sit on the bench or be played out of position. And it's exactly this reason why we don't get to see consistent performances from him. It's quite natural. When you play a footballer out of position, away from their natural role, you may get one or two or even three good performances. But regular, consistent top-level displays, match after match, that's something you will never see. The same thing is happening with Rodrygo when he has played on the left wing for Real Madrid. Especially when Vinicius was injured, Rodrygo consistently delivered excellent performances. He proved just how reliable he could be in that role. But when he is shifted to the right wing, playing from the far right side of pitch, he naturally cannot perform to the same level. It's a very normal thing. Rodrygo is a right-footed player, and for right-footed players, it's not always easy to cut in from the right and finish with their weaker left foot. This creates a noticeable drop in his performance. So, when it comes to Rodrygo, if he had been regularly played in the left wing position and still failed to deliver consistent performances, then perhaps he could have been called inconsistent or even a poor player. But judging his overall ability based on his performances from the right wing is simply not fair. Let me give you an example. Lamine Yamal. Everyone knows he is a 17-year-old wonder kid from Barcelona. The reason he is doing so well at such a young age, do you know why? Because he has always played in his natural position. His original position is right wing, and from Barcelona's youth academy to the main team, he has consistently played in that role, and we can clearly see what he is capable of on the pitch. Playing from his natural side allows his talents to shine. He can deliver long passes from deep positions, dribble past left backs at speed, or produce beautiful curls or trivialist shots using the outside of his boot. Why is he able to do all of this? Because he has always played in his preferred position. Now imagine if he had been played as a number 10 or on the left wing instead of his natural right side. Would you still expect this level of performance from him? The answer is absolutely not. Let me give you another example. Désiré Doué, one of France's most talented young players currently playing for PSG. Do you know his natural position? It's also the left wing. But is he regularly starting in that role for PSG? Again, no. That's because players like Kvicha Kvaratskhelia and Bradley Barcola are already well established in that position. As a result, Doué rarely gets to play in his best role, and we are yet to see anything extraordinary from him. If he had been allowed to play in his natural position, perhaps he too would have performed better, just as we are seeing with Lamine Yamal. These examples are meant to highlight a crucial point. When a player is not allowed to play in their true position, their full potential cannot be expressed. The same thing is happening with Rodrygo. We sometimes see brilliant performances from him, but we don't consistently see world-class level displays. Why not? Because he rarely gets to play in his natural position. Now, some might bring up Rafinha as a counterpoint, but Rafinha's situation is different. Rafinha is currently playing as an inverted left winger. That means he cuts inside from the left to play more centrally. Barcelona's left-back ball moves very high up the pitch, which leaves space for Rafinha to drift inside. There, he exchanges quick passes, enters the box, and finishes. If you look at his heat maps or passing patterns, you'll understand how effective he's been. But if Rafinha had been strictly told to play as a traditional left winger, hugging the touchline like a natural wide player, would he have performed the same way? Probably not. Under Xavi, we saw him played out of position on the left where he was ineffective. But since Hansi Flick came in and clarified his role, Rafinha has improved significantly. On the other hand, Real Madrid have a major issue in their front three. All three of their forwards prefer playing on the left wing. Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrygo, all three thrive on the left. This creates a clear lack of balance. Conversely, Barcelona's front three are balanced. Lamine Yamal on the right, Lewandowski central, and Rafinha playing inside from the left. Imagine if Barcelona would play three right wingers together. Rafinha, Ousmane Dembele, and Lamine. Would Rafinha still be able to perform like he is now? Of course not. So, the whole point of this discussion is, if you want to get the best out of Rodrygo, you must play him on the left wing. Otherwise, you will never get world-class, consistent performances from him. Now, realistically, that is not possible at Real Madrid, because Vinicius Jr. is the primary left winger. If he gets injured, Mbappe can easily fill that role. Therefore, the chances of Rodrygo becoming a regular starter on the left are very slim. In this situation, the only option may be to keep a player like Rodrygo on the bench. Although it's a tough reality, we must acknowledge that. If you want to play balanced football, you might have to keep someone as talented as Rodrygo out of the starting 11, because you can't start all three of them together. You must choose two to start. Now, looking at it from another perspective, Rodrygo can actually be quite effective coming off the bench. He can be an ideal super sub, and we all know what a super sub can do. What's the concept of a super sub? Let's say your team is trailing. In that moment, you desperately need a goal. So what can you do? You can substitute a midfielder and bring on Rodrygo to make the team ultra-attacking. And we've seen this exact scenario in Real Madrid's match against Manchester City. Toni Kroos was subbed off for Rodrygo, and we all know what happened next. So what am I trying to say? If you play Rodrygo on the right wing, he may deliver a few strong performances. But eventually, over a longer stretch, he will fade. You won't get consistency from him. Anyway, I won't drag this on any longer. That's all for today's video. In the next video, we'll talk about what Rodrygo should do. Should he stay at Real Madrid? Does he have a future at the club? Or should he consider moving elsewhere? We will discuss all of this in detail. If you want to watch that video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and other social media platforms to support us. So that's it for now. See you again very soon in the next video. Take care and stay well.